Time for Sri Lanka to disappear for 8 from 6, and the Sump Army are now 42 for 2.
I don't really look back, to tell you the truth. I don't really look back. But if I have to look somewhere, I'm going to look ahead, when I will know where next.
Captain Rohan Mustafa, who's going to come in. He normally plays aggressively. Seen him in a couple of competitions now, Zim Afro and here, and he's looking to get off the mark with a boundary. They needed this.
They certainly did. Into the night sky, and yeah, like you. Looking out of our comm box, and it set the fans off for a bit of a boogie. See you, Sri Lanka.
Oh, that's a good over. Good over because he got the wicket and conceded 8 runs. 4 overs done, 43 for 2. So the Bulls have a couple of wickets, Faf du Plessis and Sri Lanka gone. What they've got to try and do is get into that middle order of Taylor, Janat and also Imad Wasim. That night family have arrived. Shardul Mulk. Salman Urshad, who's bowled well. And he's got that slingy and that undercutter with pace off. Because of that sling, even though we're into the 5th over, he can get a little bit of curl back in.
He does bowl a good Yorker, doesn't he? And he tends to search for that. Good bumper, good Yorker, and that change of pace. Use of the crease, the big fella. And as you said, Dominic, that slingy action that's sometimes quite hard to pick up.
There's that Yorker again. They must push too. They'll get too easily. Tim David was a long way back. And when it just goes to the edge of that ring, inner ring, very difficult for them fielders who are back for a reason because of the breeze. Right in the middle, aren't we? Pitch number 6, so right in the middle. Got equal boundaries both sides. Slower delivery. Rovman Powell just cleans it up. And he's got Dwayne Bravo right next to him now, speaking to the captain. See the captain maybe getting a few ideas from Dwayne Bravo, the mentor and bowling coach. In fact, Andy Flowers out there as well. So that's DJ Bravo and the captain. It just shows what it means to him, though. You know, Andy Flower is up speaking to Tim David at long on, and there he is now. What can we do? Is there something we can do? Get a message out.
I'll tell you what they do need. 2 quick wickets. And knock over Mustafa, who's just got out there, who can hit the ball in unique areas. We know that from left-handers, what they do. And then you've got Andres Gauss, who's 29 from 16, going rather nicely. 2 to go here in this 5th. Searching Yorker. quite in the gap, but enough to get 2.
I'm trying to... 50 comes up for the Sam Palmy. I'm trying to think, and I'm putting my bowler's hat on here. You talk about they need a wicket, what can they do? Because at the moment, obviously, we're going all around the world. They're watching this qualifier too. Everywhere. But I'm trying to think, could they go bouncer, bring mid-off up, put fine leg back and gamble? And go with the shorter delivery with pace on. There is that shorter delivery. Direct hits. Well, an overthrow, and they're going to pick up 2. And they may have to have the physio out because he's being clonked on the head and just check everything's okay. End of the 5th, we're halfway in this run chase, and the Sam Palmy are 52 for 2.
First came the dream, then came the purpose. A need for stability, and then a desire to find balance. The continuously buzzing shutterbugs couldn't stop these 2 words repeating for me. Where next?
.52 for 2. Halfway through the chase, Sam Palmy very well placed at the moment. We've seen glimpses through the tournament. Last ball, previous over from Irshad, just clonking him right on the badge. Niall O'Brien, go through the checks.
Yeah, just make sure he's A-OK. It was a slower ball. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt any less. The tough man, Andres House, so he'll be desperate to stay out there and ensure he is in the middle, getting the job done. Don't leave it up to anyone else now if you're a set batter. 38 from 30, not over yet. Floating power play, trump card back into the attack, Fazal Haq Farooqi.
Pinch 1, direct hit. Oh, wow. Brilliant work, and I think that would have been out with a direct hit.
Oh, my word. That Nike, the sub-keeper on for Tom. I think a hit here is out. I'm sure it's out. Yeah, he's gone. No dive. Have a look at this angle. No dive, no point of dive. He's so far out. Another missed opportunity. You have to take every half chance, and that's better than a half chance when you're defending a below par total. Cannot afford to let any mishaps go by, especially when the batter's on 31 off 18.
Well, it's half chances, isn't it? And when you're trying to defend such a low total, you need to take every one of them. Dropped on 13. You saw that, Niall. I just felt that Fazal Haq Farooqi would have been better off. It's so tough to turn after bowling and get back to it. I know he wanted it, Sam Cook.
Yeah, first of all, he wanted it, which is great. He wanted to take the responsibility, Sam Cook, but definitely the fielder coming in, Fazal Haq Farooqi probably had 10 to 12 paces to make. He could have easily assessed it more efficiently than Sam Cook, who had to twist and turn and jog after it.
He's soft, just the one. Just a couple of tight overs. Get that run rate back up over 10, close to 11. See if you can put some pressure on.
100%. I think for Sam Palmy, they need to play this over quite clever. Farooqi's the go-to bowler in this stage. Yes, you want to maximise the floating power play, but you don't want to gift Fazal Haq Farooqi an over, because we know Delhi Bulls at the back end of the innings, over 7 to 10. They are the best team, the best bowling team in the tournament. You've got to box a little bit clever here if you're Sam Palmy.
Oh, chance, and that one is taken. Tim David makes the ground, gets the fingers underneath the ball. Skipper goes.
It's not over, this, Dooley. This game is not over. Rohan Mustafa, I said box clever. Well, this is just plinking it straight to Tim David, who for a minute just had to reevaluate the depth of the ball there. It's actually quite a good catch, just dipping on Tim David. He does really well. And the captain, Rohan Mustafa, gone for 3 or 5. I reckon it's game on. 54 for 3.
Hard-hitting Jack Taylor, just 27 his best. Good strike rate. Strike rate not as important today. It's all about a little bit of stability. Get a little partnership going with Kos. A really good tight over so far.
Actually toe of the bat. I thought initially it was beating him for pace, but I think it was toe of the bat. Good catch from Tim David. Sometimes a lack of pace can do you as a fielder. You see a big pull shot and the ball coming towards you, your initial reaction is to think it's coming faster than it probably was, and Tim David showed a calm head and a safe pair of hands. Taylor now, new to this environment, played Zim Afro, but franchise league, new to the pressures that it brings.
No run there. Terrific from Fazal Haq Farooqi. 2 overs for him, 1 for 12, and it's 54 for 3 after 6.
First came the dream, then came the purpose. A need for stability, and then a desire to find balance. The continuously buzzing shutterbugs couldn't stop these 2 words repeating for me. Where next?
Not far away from each other at this very point in time. Just want to get another tight over in here to the Bulls. So they've gone back to Salman Irshad. It's the Yorker in. Oh my goodness, what a shot that is from Andres Hos. 16 balls between boundaries, and that's a welcome one.
Where was he in his crease here, Andres Hos? How deep in the crease? I won't see it on this angle. Not too deep. Not far off the Yorker either. Gun barrel straight. Put down on 13. Big moment.
Yorker right this time. They'll push for 2 and they should get it.
Got a job to manipulate his bowlers here, Rovman Powell as well. This will be Irshad's second and last. Rohit's got 1, and we've got Butta, who hasn't bowled yet. You'd feel Butta's going to have to bowl the 8th. Rohit will probably bowl the 9th, and then Butta the 10th. You've got Sam Cook as well. Got some options there, Rovman Powell.
Bowled him, slower ball, cleans up the end form set Andres Hos. Good from Irshad.
"20 kilometres he took off this Irshad. We've been praising him all tournament. He's slinging at times, he gets his Yorkers in, he's got pace, but he's also got deception. and he's got a big moment mentality. Here we go, Delhi Bulls. Below par total, you're fighting hard. Andreas House has to go for 38, 60 for 4.
Each time I fall, I know I will rise again higher because I'm not attached to the outcome ever. Pushing myself out of my comfort zone, constantly in the search of where next.
Afghanistan's all-rounder Karim Janat is in for the Sump Army. Decent record when you think about batting at 6, sometimes 7 in this type of competition. Average is not as important, but it's at 20, strike rate in the mid to late 170s. Good striker, but some really clever bowling, Niall O'Brien.
Yeah, top class. Totally outfought. Look how early he's through the shot. Brilliant bowling. Deception, the highest caliber.
Out, first ball, chips it straight to cover. Shahid Iqbal Bhutta with the catch, and Rashad's gone bang bang.
Oh my word, what a game of cricket. Who needs 140 plus? Give me a low scoring thriller any day of the week. Pace on, no feet. Look at the feet. Karim Janat stuck in cement. Good catch, Bhutta. Moving efficiently to his right. The two go-to quicks at the back end of the innings combining. Delhi Bulls believe. Janat gone first ball. 60 for 5.
In some ways, my journey is a tribute to all those who came before me, with dreams in their eyes and hearts, and to those who will come after me. The only question on my mind is, where next?
Hat-trick ball, Salman Irshad. Imad Wasim on strike. It's full and straight and it's eased. One ball away from back-to-back quality overs. We saw a really good one from Farooqi. Now Irshad.
That's under this house, the first one. Look at the feet from Karim Janat. No feet. Put the body into the ball. Almost maybe expecting a short one or a change-up. Imad and Jack Taylor are two highly experienced cricketers. They need to just take a deep breath there, get through this ball and regroup, but still only just over 9 and over.
Protection out in the deep. Quality over Irshad. His night with the ball is done. 2 for 14 at 62 for 5.
I don't really look back. To tell you the truth, I don't really look back. But if I have to look somewhere, I'm going to look ahead. When I will know where next.
Not exactly the same position as the opposition at this very moment. 7 overs gone for the Bulls. They were 62 for 5. The Sump Army are exactly the same. 10 runs, 3 wickets off the last 2. This is a massive moment in the match. He's gone back to Shadab. Can't pierce the gap.
Huge call, because they have pace. Enough quality pace up their sleeve here. Delhi Bulls, they didn't need to go back to Shadab Khan, who's highly experienced and wily. You can already see that first ball trying to jam it in wide. Not sure I would have went with a wrist spinner here.
Should be one. Has the ability to just slide it across the lefty, but it'll be tough against Imad. Just the wicket. Just chipped it. You're right. He was expecting something else. Whether it was a slower ball or whether it was a short ball, the feet were stuck in concrete.
Yeah, it went nowhere. Trying to get your momentum into the ball there, Karim Janat. Even if you don't get a big strike, at least you can get your body in a position to control the shot. Now, Imad Wasim up against Shadab Khan. Islamabad United PSL, that beautiful kit on those flat surfaces. Teammates. Ooh, now then. Where's the gap? Look at the offside. Deep backward point for the reverse sweep and a deep straight cover and a long off. Regulation orthodox sweep is on here. 2 men behind square. Can Imad Wasim get across to the offside and get a hard flat sweep behind square? That to me is the shot, Dooley.
You feel that Shadab will just try and go wide of off. Sliders, wrong ends. He's got protection at deep backward point as well, which is a good thing. That's what he's going to try and do.
Yeah, I totally see that play from Shadab. I'm just thinking with my batting head, I've got to start an off stump and get across my stumps.
That's good, that's good. Got to be throwing the bat at that, surely. And again, that's brilliant. Why is he leaving that, Nobby? Please, tell me.
Ridiculous batting. This is ridiculous. Left 2 balls in a row that's comfortably, clearly not going to be a wide.
Edges this one, just the one. Great from Shadab so far. Run rate, look at it climb ball by ball. It's 11 and a half now.
Yeah, and I question maybe is Shadab the right option, but yes he is. 3 or 5. Now Taylor has to go here. He has to try and hit this ball for 6. Has to try and hit this for 6 because of the pressure Imad has put on him.
He's going to go wide of off, so how does he find 6? Can he get one over cover? 2 wide. 2 wide.
I'm just wondering, both batters, they must know what Shadab is trying to do. They must know he's trying to bowl that wide line. Neither batter has altered their stance. They're just standing in pretty much the same position and not trying to force Shadab to do something different.
Moved across this time. It finds the deep mid-wicket. Well, a master stroke perhaps from Rohan Mustafa. $67 for 5.
First came the dream, then came the purpose. A need for stability, and then a desire to find balance. The continuously buzzing shutterbugs couldn't stop these 2 words repeating for me. Where next?
Just allow myself, if you will, to correct myself. Master stroke from Rovman Powell. Right, Cook is in. Swung massively, leg side, full toss, and Taylor gets a hold of that.
Well, the mentor, Dwayne Bravo, saying good plan, bad execution. It's a big, juicy full toss. Jack Taylor, well, you think when you watch him down at Bristol, Dooley, watch him at the Blast, where does he hit you? He hits you over long on and deep mid-wicket. Sam Cook gets it wrong. This is where Delhi have excelled in the tournament.
Ace off. Takes the 1. Get the skippers mixed up and we'll get it right. Rodman Powell with the over of Shadab. just set things back again. Run rate still under 10. Where does he go here? Cook and then back to Rohit. That'll be the way. Mohamed Rohit has been exceptional throughout the tournament.
So we may not see Shahid Butta, who's been superb all tournament. Joint leading wicketaker with Richard Gleeson, unless he's got a niggle. It's the only explanation. Surprising.
Hit hard towards the gap. They should look for two. Get it pretty comfortably. Ajman T10 community, scan that QR code, get your discounts on property bookings, visas, freehold property of course, and a 10-year payment plan to go along with it. The Yorker right, that'll be one.
So we think Butta might bowl one or none, which is astonishing, really. You think he would have been your go-to man, even with the likes of Shadab giving you two tonight. You still think Butta would have given you two. Might give one. 13 off 8. How much can Sam Cook leave the final 6 balls? You think you need double figures, 10 anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you. If he can leave 10, 11, that means last 2 deliveries can't afford to go for a boundary. Pace off, into the gap, and all the way. What a strike that is from Taylor. That makes it a little easier.
Sam Barmy breathe a huge sigh of relief, because the man from Gloucester, who spends half his time down in the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, may just have clubbed another one over the fence, and your team into the final.
Well, the Yorker went wrong first ball. It was a full toss. The slower ball just sat in the surface, and Taylor might only be 16 off 9, but it's a little gem at the moment. It will be a runner ball. 6 required from the last. Spot in the final beckons for the Sampami. They're 84 for 5.
First came the dream, then came the purpose. A need for stability, and then a desire to find balance. The continuously buzzing shutterbugs couldn't stop these 2 words repeating for me. Where next?
You felt that the balls were short, probably 10 to 15 short. They would have loved that now. Just 6 required off the last.
That's middle. First one I called, the other 2 are just inside.
And it'll be over to you, Mohamed Rohit. Left arm, he'll come around the wicket to the right-hander Jack Taylor. 6 required. That might do it. That might do it for Jack Taylor. What a gem of an innings this has been. The man from Gloucestershire in the UK finishes 23 from 11, 3 sixes, and they've all made a huge difference for the Morrisville Sampami. They will go on to meet the Gladiators in the final, and the Bulls' charge comes to an end.
Brilliant from Taylor, 3 sixes.